First round with Av and Jayboo. Jayboo. Hold on, what the fuck? Alright, I gotta watch a little bit. Part of me feel like me saying don't get greedy might have been a mistake. I'm not gonna lie. Cause you landed some shit. I think it's just the fact that sometimes when you go in, so like, first off, we get the jab going, springboard out. And you're still relatively close to him, but there's some semblance of a pendulum bounce right here. Then once you start putting your punches together, you'll step in, start letting your hands go, and then there's always that element of you potentially getting hit just because you're standing right there and you're not necessarily taking the angle because you're going straight in with punches, which isn't too bad. I would step in with the punch, just like we do with the hex. Step in with the punch, get your head offline so that don't happen, and then follow up with more punches. But you're gonna stand here and then start putting your punches together. He just got out the way of that one. I lose that in and out element. You gotta tighten up on that parry. So it's boom, jab, head movement. So this is the sequence that you should be doing a little bit more often, unless you enter with straight punches, but because you normally enter with the 3, which can be intercepted by the straight shot. So if you enter with 2 to 3 straight punches instead of a 3, 2, 3, and allowing that little punch lane to be open for a hot second, that'll probably do you better. But this, or you could just do it like this: enter with the jab, head movement. You just didn't attack more off it. You just exit with the head movement, which isn't a bad thing at all. Because a lot of times guys will stand straight up as they're punching and then get intercepted because of it. All right. And this is something you should be doing a lot more of. Jab. So you step in with the first jab, step in with the second, but now it's followed with head movement. I'm almost certain you hit him with a 4 to the body. Boom. Yep. And then you proceed to roll out, defensive responsibility with the clean exit. This sequence, if you had just kept this shit up, you would have won this shit easy. Because there's no reason for him. There's really no reason for him to hit you when you're moving that effectively. Because you're going to reach him before he can reach you. He's going to plant his feet, trying to time you stepping in. But if you're moving your head well and varying up how you're moving your head as you're closing that gap on him, he's going to have to really do a lot to try to time you. And try to time the head movement. Once you just step straight in with your head up, it's easier to be timed that way. And plus, he just isn't gonna be as mobile with his feet because he got to plant his feet to hit you. He got to plant his feet to hit you, and then he'll move. So this is a good sequence, right? Boom, boom. And there's some pendulum bouncing going on here. You just kind of not doing it as effectively as you can. Fuck you, B. Boom, boom. Good 3-2. And then you kind of step out of range. You could have did it a little bit more. It's not like he was going to make you pay or anything because he was just exiting. He wasn't in a position to do so. But, just in terms of stepping back, just get in, get out with your shots unless you're going to press into him. Jab parry from both of y'all. You do need to bring your hand to the front of your face a little bit more with your parry because it looked like he just kind of jabbed and missed and then just hit directly at your glove. All right. So steps in, jab, and then you can see you're trying to parry. I would have jabbed jab, parry, like at the same time, or just move your head as you step in, or just step back. Like if you had just did the pendulum bounce right here, you would have been up out of there. Or you could have just fucking took that shit and threw the two. You see how he dropped his hand right here? He got his shoulder up. You probably know how to shoulder roll, but I'm almost certain you would have hit him. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. He dropping his fucking hand like that. I'd be on his ass. The feint. Gotta be careful when a guy feint. When a guy feint, or just whenever you're parrying, regardless of what your opponent's doing, is to always follow that with a small step back, just so they don't come and hit you with a three or anything. All right, here it is. And out. Come on, man. That's tight as fuck, son. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. Should have popped the fuck out that motherfucker with the two, man. And if it's not in range, all you got to do is just shorten it up a little bit. You got the reach. You got the reach, and you know how to slide in there with the two, man. You got to get on that ladder and really get aggressive with your in and out movement. Because when you do it, golly. And one reason why it's so effective is just because you're so, rangy. You're just a rangy motherfucker. Like, he couldn't have hit you with anything after you got in and then out. Like a jab, a two, definitely no fucking three. A little overreaction here. That should have been a catch and then two over the top, or a three. No, it's still pretty early on in the fight, but that's just something you want to pay attention to, because body jabs are kind of hard to get away with, especially against someone like you. That should be a right hand or a three, or you could eat the shot, step in a couple of times with your hands up and let some shit go. Oh, I asked for it, and guess what? He did it. He already knows. And I'll say with shorter guys, especially in this, that's stepping back or pulling back, a one is always good. A swivel one. So like you threw your two, right? So if he was in place and say he slipped, the three should be there. But there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to change it up to the a one. And if he's still good in terms of moving his head, you can always throw that one to his chest to kind of pin him. So that's something to keep in mind, especially with a guy like this, because all he did was just step back. He's leaning back a little bit, so maybe your swivel jab would have missed or came up short, but you could have definitely follow him back with. Damn, did I just fuck that up? So the two missed. He pulled back. The swivel one might have missed, but if you changed the trajectory to the chest or just doubled up and stepped in, you would have hit him. What the fuck? Three, yeah. You got to start using that 1-3, that 1-3, 1-2-3 instead of leading with the three. You're just leaving that small gap there. He gets under that. This should be a head control, and then threes with the left hand just to kind of hold him in place, just to make sure you don't come up with nothing. Yeah, because you kind of just let him back up on some Ryan Garcia shit. Breaking the base a little bit. You're controlling the head. Let's see if you start controlling the arms. Oh, no, I feel that. You got to be careful though. You gotta control the hand, because he's just gonna punch. Whether you just don't want to find out if he's gonna sit down on one of those shots, because he's just racking points. I mean, like he's doing some damage. He's doing some damage, but he's not like really trying to sit down on nothing. You just don't want to fuck around to find out, man. Good two. Hold on. Was that a 2-1? Nah, it's a fucking 3. It landed though, but fuck, man. Just think how impactful a 2-1 would have been. I think that would have helped you a lot in this fight. You should really work on those straight punches, and especially using the swivel jab. I think just for you, your body belt, and the guys you'll be fighting, that swivel one would do you great service. Put them bitches together. Hold up, boom, boom, boom. You gotta tighten up on that footwork, but it's not too bad. Man, you gotta. I'm I'm honestly pissed that this fucking sequence happened. You, this was, you did a good job for the most part, not playing his games, but there's some showmanship here. It's like, oh, he switched, I'ma switch. Fuck that. Fuck all that. You just gave him all types of opportunity here, and you made this round a lot closer because he just hit you way more than he should. You was kind of keeping the in out movement, but you know it's just tough doing that shit. It's just tough doing that shit from southpaw. Like you gotta make sure your defense is there. I suggest doing more defensive drill from southpaw if you are gonna switch. But man, when a motherfucker switch on you, bro, you gotta test their defense because I mean, motherfuckers really will pick up on their offense from southpaw, which you done. Like I know you're good offensively from southpaw, but defensively is it's kind of questionable, and it's showing right here. And I hate to say it because man, like there's no reason to be getting hit like this. So really switch when it's convenient for you, not because the other motherfucker switch. That's no good, bro. All right, good man. Lead hand fight. Look at that. You could have been had that fuck because he's not good defensively from southpaw. Mink. There you go. Yep. And that's that good defensive responsibility that you normally start getting away from is this 4 roll. Ooh, and you came up with the hook. And that's how you do your rolls because most time you forward over so much you can't come up with the punch, but that's a good one. You should be working the angle off it too. Very good sequence. Let's see. Just from right here, I would have fainted, but you kind of moved away from the from his 2, which is good. Man, this motherfucker dropped his hands a lot. Ooh, you should have caught him. And I think it's because you're looking for that 3 all the time. No, it's probably just because he's awkward. Because the way he like stepped in, like you can kind of see from here he's win. Even though I think you got enough speed to really hit him. But even if you missed, it should just be all right. Well, I missed the first 1 or 2 headshots. Let me send a straight shot to the body. That should be your MO. But you played the situation right though. Can't tell if you landed that. I'm just gonna assume he did. When you did your pendulum bounce into range, and then with relying solely on your head movement, just make sure you're disengaging. Like get away from the motherfucker. You kind of like step towards him and around, but wasn't looking for offense. Just need a little bit more. He's waiting for you to close that gap now when you should take a half step in so you can hit him before you can actually react to it. That's what's going on here. Can't tell if he hit you though. I don't think he got the best out of that. Let's see. 2, which probably landed to the chest. He missed. Arm punch. Oh, did that land? Well, I definitely he got the better of that. And this isn't a good position for him to. I would start doing those double 2s and start going to the left. You just gotta recognize those opportunities. Because this is not a good position for him. He's technically southpaw, but he's all passive in terms of his posture. Well, you kind of went for it. All right, so right here, so you quickly hop out of range, but you had the right idea, but you're letting them get too fucking close, or at least it looked like it. Yeah, he got a jab in, and just look. The movement's got to be a little bit sharper. So like that little hop out of range, you could do that a little bit quicker and then follow up with a couple more back steps. I like to step back quick, right? To step back or quickly hop out of range real quick. And you'll see it in the Alex Wolvie fight, or I think you will. Quickly hop out and then look for Look for a slip left and then two. Slip left two at the same time. Because a lot of guys, if they're chasing you in, man, like you don't want to keep trying to exit range. Like it should be just one defensive movement out of range. And if he's following you in, all right, well, I'm gonna make sure that if you wanna chase me in, that you got some shit to think about. Because you probably would have hit the fuck out of him. Whether it was a 2 or 4, if you slipped to the left and then threw the backhand. Even though you did a good job of getting out the way of the backhand. And he's cutting you off right here. Yeah, you kind of just fell asleep right here because you're crosswalking out of range. So before you can set your feet and do what you need to, he's already punching. Even though his footwork isn't all that much better, you just needed to stay aware of what was going on. Work some feints to keep a guy off you because he's not like an aggressive pressure fighter, or at least in terms of his ability to cut off the ring. So you just need to work some feints to hold him off a little bit while you're moving around like this. When you get that 2 in there, or at least he might have rolled. But there's just no defensive movements here. Like it might be because you're just in the air for an extended period of time. Like you got to just shorten it up, make it a little bit more efficient, so you can get your feet planted to do your roll like you normally do. There you go. Man, punches are getting close. I just would have worked some feints. Because for the most part, you're kind of cutting them off. Got a good shot in there. I just would have faint. I just would have fainted. Like it's very, because you're so close to him. It's very very attractive to just a very damn. What's the word I'm looking for? It's hard to get that out of your mindset to just not attack because he's like right there. But sometimes you want to just disengage because if you're the guy initiating first, you're kind of at a disadvantage. If you could feint a little bit, just create a little bit more space, feint, let him react, and then attack, you would have been better off here. Even though you're not the worst for wear, you didn't really land anything, but it just make him like the ring general. Hey, yes sir. Body jab, and you did a good job breaking his base with that one. With the backhand, he came in with more jabs. Honestly, and then stepped around him a little bit to see, just to kind of keep that in land, that body jab. When I do it, he can lean back. Maybe I can hit him with the right hand next time, and just set it up for later. But this is a good combo you got off. Boom. You did exactly what you needed to with a guy rocking the Philly shell, not moving his feet. Oh, you got the body jab off. Yeah, some of this you just need to get out of range. Like you get your shit off, boom, 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 and then you're not quick to getting out of range after. Like it's punch, 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 or I'm gonna move. Then I'm gonna move my feet. When you should just move your feet and disengage, so you don't lose your momentum at all. Like like I wouldn't want to be Jayboo in that sequence, but still. With that fucking 2, yeah, he just not at your range for it. Boom. Good head movement. There you go. Yep. Way to tie up. That's the scenario where you tie up at when they got on you like that. The body shot here was fucking crazy. That's disgusting. Ugh. But a slight head movement. So, that became a grazing shot, but I think you got the better of that scenario. Good shots. All right, this is pretty even right now because you both are going blow for blow. You're probably getting the better of it because most of this shit's landed to the head. Good control, boom. Yes, sir. Yeah, you got the better of that one for sure. Boom. Yes, sir. I like that. But what I don't like, so you see him disengaging, I just feel that space a little bit. Like, get that shit off. Like, are you going to follow up with more punches or are you going to get the fuck out of there? It looked like you just, I'm gonna just look at him for a second. There's a small step back, but I really hope that makes sense when I'm trying to apply. Like what are you gonna do after? Are you gonna follow more punches, or are you gonna actually step back and make him chase you after you just got the better of the sequence? You know what I'm saying? Way to stay ready. Yeah, you need step back counters. Step back, slip left, twos. Because you'll get out of the way of that shot, then he'll come back with a sort of a swivel jab. That's a weird ass 1-3. But you would have popped the fuck out of him. Good control. You know, after a miss, you always want to control after a miss. Good jab. Situation like these, right? Probably be good to double jab, step around them, circle jabs to the left. Good feint, good different looks, good punches. He's not really capitalized on the leading 3. That was actually more like an uppercut, so that was just good variation. Just changing up the trajectory of it to keep him guessing, because he ducked into that one, and then the 2 got him right on top of the head. So that's also something else to keep in mind, like change the way you throw your 3 if you're gonna lead with it. And the way to get in and out with it. Boom, out. Could have been a little bit smoother, but guess what? It did the fucking job. You ain't getting hit. Boom, boom. And then if you came in with that 1, you should be ready for that 2 here. Yeah? Good body jab. Hold up. Boom. That like it missed. You just need to be quicker on your retractions. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta be careful about that shit. Oh man, hold up. Boom. And you're focusing more on the lean back, because you hold that position longer, and it's because your back foot heavy. Like, you gotta springboard the fuck up out of there. Boom. Get the fuck out of there. Or just bring the 2 back. Fuck it. Because the punch he threw, if you 1 and then 2 up top, you would have intercepted that. You probably could have fucked him up with that shit for real. I would have really liked to see like a 3-4-3-2, just to get that straight shot in there. Good controls. Yep, get in the arm. Yep, hand on the bicep, beautiful. And the way to get out of there with punches. Hold on. What's the feet looking like? I don't know. Hold your position in pretty well. Going punch for punch with him. I think this sequence would have helped with a little bit more blocking, which you eventually get to. It just a little too late, but he might have just got the better of that exchange, but it was pretty 50-50. A little bit more, especially after shit like that, man. There was no reason to get hit with no bullshit. Didn't focus on that positioning, because he's on the outside. Like, he's on the outside. Like, he already got the lead foot. I would have feint, even though you threw the right punch for that foot positioning. But you in the end of the day, you gotta feint a little bit more. That would just help not getting time like that. Yes, sir. You're gonna stay in the pocket. I know there's something else I'm noticing. You're like punch, roll, and then like you'll think about punching instead of just punching. That's something I'm kind of noticing right now. Good control though, to kind of stop is muff that punch, kind of just pushed them out of range. That shit was pretty dope. Up off me. Nope. So I would have got that flurry off and got the fuck out of there, man. That shit was good. But then it's just that fucking headshot he got you with. Squared up. That one. Yeah, you kind of just let that last little. I still think overall that was really good on your end. If you had just tightened up on a few moments, which I already pointed out in that last sequence on the rope, that one wouldn't have been as close as it was, if that makes sense. I'm gonna upload this. I'm gonna try to get these other videos done.